Welcome to Tori Vlog Show. Uh, Welcome to Tori Vlog Show. We want to talk about, are your thoughts really your thoughts? And you have to really question, because if you think like everybody else, chances are those thoughts were carved into you when you were younger and just when you were older. I mean, you have the media, you have the fear of being judged. I mean, so I really believe that a lot of people don't even have control of their own mind. You got to look at all the advertising, all the marketing tactics. Just people being taught to listen to authoritative figures, all that shit, public figures. Listen to them only. Don't listen to you. Listen to them. And it's like you really got to question: are your thoughts really your thoughts? I mean, are they really your thoughts? Like, how do you know that you are thinking on your own? Because, see, a lot of people listen to the news, like, they live, breathe, eat. I mean, even in sports, ESPN, when people get opinions of players and everything, and like, okay, ESPN said this shit. No, James Harden's the MVP. I automatically think the MVP, even though I really don't watch James Harden. Everybody's saying Stephen Curry's the MVP. Now I feel like he's the MVP. Me, in my opinion, I don't feel like the MVP. He's the MVP, but that's ESPN. But thing is, if you really look at it, are they really your thoughts? Are you really thinking these things or having artificially put into your head so that you can form their opinion and not your own? See, a lot of people can't form their own thoughts. They have trouble, like we went in the last video, materialism, all that shit. When it comes to materials, do you really want this, or did somebody feed that shit into your head? It's like talking to a mad person already, and they don't like somebody. They re- they already feel like fighting that person. Is having like an instigator type person, like, yeah, you can beat his ass, go do it, fight that boy, fight him, whoop his ass. And it's like what they're doing is they're giving him thoughts. They're giving what that person feel like he should do. So he's actually takes account of his thoughts and be like, okay, let me go there and beat his ass. And now he's pumping him up, and it's not even his thoughts. It's the person. It was the other person giving him those type of thoughts. Yeah, he wanted to fight the person, but was he gonna fight the person if the other person to influence him? And that's the thing. The influence can is a big part. It can change the outcome of what you think. It's like when you're, I don't know, 5 years old and you're being like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Again, authoritative figures, parents, principals, all that shit. And it's like when you have the power to think on your own, the world is just much more different. You see everything at a different viewpoint. You notice things that others don't notice. I, for one, can think on my own. I don't have people come up in here and influence my thoughts. A lot of people say stubborn. A lot of people say stupid. I don't know what's more. I think what's more stupid is having somebody control my thoughts. Influence my thoughts, I should say. Like, oh yeah, you want this magazine, you want this TV, you want this, you want to do this, and it's like Now you start to think, oh yeah, yeah, I want this right here. Let me get that right there. Or let me eat those bag of Cheetos because advertisement told me they started showing the Cheetos and it kept showing them, and now I want to eat Cheetos now. Those weren't my thoughts. Those were fed into my mind and influenced me, pretty much brainwashed me. So you got to really think, are your thoughts really your thoughts? The things that you want, the things that you desire, really think about them and think deep and hard. Why the fuck do you think them? I mean, I can name one, I've been in sports since I was young. Basketball. I can tell you why I love basketball. Yes, my parents influenced me to play basketball. But the thing is, I pretty much, when I first touched the ball, I started loving the ball. Not because they made me play so much basketball, I just started loving it, if you get what I mean. Like, I just wanted to start doing it because they forced it upon me. No, they gave me the option to do it. I did it, meaning they influenced me. But it's like when I started playing the sport, I started loving it. So those thoughts, those actions became my actions. From that point on, I have 100% control. I wasn't brainwashed to play basketball. I was influenced, pretty much. Wasn't made to. It's like when I started shooting the ball and dribbling around, I just automatically develop a passion for the sport. But a lot of people get shit that they don't even like. They think they like it. But later on, they end up quitting it and be like, oh man, I didn't really want to do that. See, there's a difference from something you generally enjoy or you generally just think of from your own mind not being influenced in a brainwashing type of way. See, there's influence and then there's brainwashing. Completely different. Brainwashing is pretty much even with fear. I'll talk about that too. Brainwashing is pretty much be like, oh man, don't go down the street because there's a guy in a van or some shit kidnapping people. You know, there's a guy. I wouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. That's fear. You gotta really look at it. You're not that person that got kidnapped. And only one person probably got kidnapped by a guy in a van. He probably ain't been around there since. So you got to really look at it. With fear, you can brainwash somebody real good. You can make their thoughts your thoughts or whatever thoughts you want them to have. That's one thing we use as a tactic. We don't even know it. That's manipulation. And so you got to really think about it real hard. Are your thoughts really your thoughts? Or it's like, yeah, they my thoughts. You'd be like, yeah, they my thoughts. I like these pairs of shoes, even though somebody at school, like I again fitting in, sheep thing, said, "Oh yeah, you should get those. Yeah, those are nice. I like those." The other person said, "I like those," and now you started liking them. Are they really your thoughts? Because you wasn't thinking. Usually, something you ain't really thinking of or having to think out is usually not really your thoughts when it comes to that matter. It's usually somebody influence you. And that's the thing. That's the power of influence and fear also. It's like being told, oh, if you go on this type of path, you'll be a nobody. You don't know that. Fear is not real and faith is not real. They're both not real. They're not real. But it's better to believe than to be afraid. So, I mean, like I said, your thoughts, and doing thoughts without research when the information is out there, like thinking of, okay, this scenario happened, and you knowing what's happening or knowing what's going on. You not, and you know the information is out there, but because this person told you the info, oh, this ain't no BS. This is what's really going on. You don't even think of going out there to do your own research, and that's a big problem also. If people could think the way they think and question the reality they live in and why they want the things they want, they'll probably figure out, hey, I don't think I want it. I'm pretty, they be like, why the fuck do I want this? Like this guy on his YouTube channel, I'm not gonna name his YouTube name, but he's talking about James Altuve. James Altuve was ultra, uh, pretty sick, very successful dude. He's talking about. He typed his name. He's talking about why do you want a house? What's the point of owning a house? He said there's so many repercussions. He said it's basically still renting, and it is. And I listened to that. Then I listened to dude, and I was like, he's talking about that in his book, Choose Yourself, pretty much, where he talks about becoming self-employed entrepreneur instead of going to somebody else and asking them to give you work. You can just pretty much choose yourself. That's how the world is going. But he's talking about that. I was like, so the dude on the YouTube channel, I'm gonna say YouTube channel for anybody that comes past this video. His name is Engineering Truth. You can find him on YouTube. He talks about the James Altuve book, Choosing Yourself Economy, Choosing Yourself, and that's the book he puts out. He's like, yeah, what's the point of owning a house? And he thought about it. He said he just always want to own a house, but he even thought about it when James Altuve told him, why do you even want a house? So he sat there and thought about it. He's like, what's the point? I mean, I'm living with my parents pretty much. He's aging, by the way. Live with my parents. We got two uh, extra rooms. I got my own room. I'm doing fine. And it's like, why would he even need one? And that's the thing. That's the American dream, we like to call. Like, get a house, have kids, get married, die. Or get a job, get a good job, get a house, get married, die. There's a reason why those things are put into place, by the way. You have to see, the thing is, people don't think. They just go with the flow. If you did your research, you'll find the true backstories of why these systems were implemented. And I'm sorry, but the American dream was implemented on some evil type of shit also at school, as I talk about. But yeah, you know, it's like even living beyond your means when you don't have to. Same shit. It's kind of sad. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Tory Vlog Show. I'm out. Peace.